From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line.
Yeah, Greg Olsen's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago, 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, a 1,000-yard receiver in 2014, 15, and 16.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Slip.
Running with the fullback, Alex Arma. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Get that quarterback. Great. 56
From the gun, here's Newton. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete.
Let's go.
9 yards on the play and a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Cam's going to run the option right, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, They want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Here we go. Go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Newton. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarkowski Tart. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. To throw is Garoppolo. Flushed out right. That's caught. It's the rookie Deebo Samuel. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to them. 15 big yards. Now they can breathe a little easier. Some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season. Really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
11.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they look at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
That one good for 26 and a first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Great.
56, Mike, 56.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That's it. 780.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You got nothing to walk. You got nothing.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And now comes the field goal unit on. And boy, this is asking an awful lot here. Maybe that's an understatement. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. On the return is Pettis. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here we go. Black 80.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
11.
Throwing on second and 8. Garoppolo into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Get the ball. 21.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
12.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Gun.
Now Newton. His throw incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
8. 54.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Even at the age of 30, Cam says it's just a number. Still a real threat running the football. We all know about the touchdowns, but ran for 488 yards last season. That was 4th among all NFL quarterbacks. He can still tote the mail.
No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a run with McCaffrey. And a solid run down inside the 30. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 29.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Gives it to the first man through, the fullback Arma. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. McCaffrey. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll try the air now with Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. This a 33-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. And a very appropriate gain as well, 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. That is caught inside the 5. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. It's Coleman here. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. 21.
Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. Chance. 25. Check 25.
On 2nd and goal, Garoppolo back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
He was covered by Dante Jackson.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gold is able to put it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it then. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They will run again with Coleman. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
No chance.
21. Check 12, fellas. Here we go.
Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go. Black 80.
54. Right 54. All you get on the
One, Omaha.
Kill.
Jihad.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Keep playing.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
11. 65.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Let's go. That's the works. 8.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here comes Pettis on the return. Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Great.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Newton steps away to his left. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the 1st down marker. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. McCaffrey following the penalty. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Great.
Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this one is right down Broadway. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
We play to win. Let's go.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
21. I got this. Go ahead.
Watch the run. Mike's 59. Mike's
1, Omaha.
Garoppolo now. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Hey, watch the screen. Check 20.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Wait.
Kill.
Hey, gun.
Kill.
65.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. That's to his running back, complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done.
21. Here we go.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Check 24.
61. Matchbox lights.
Tighten up.
Wait.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December, against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards, did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
It's just me and you.
Hey, team 6.
Mike's by 4. Come up the
Block.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 4-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, alert.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Panthers take over. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember the
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
on plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Great, great.
Check that. We're on Mike 52 right here. We ain't giving up nothing today. Hustle. Mike 52. You ain't doing nothing today.
From the gun, here's Newton. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And Newton's going to keep it. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think the offense got it back. Yes, they did. At the 2-yard line is where they'll have it. And that one quickly went from a big play for the offense, I thought he may go the distance, to a big play for the defense.
And how about the emotions for the defense on that play? It broke big. It was going to be an absolute disaster for them. And it turns out they end up with the football. I don't know that they're exactly celebrating. Definitely plenty of relief, though.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general and the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Here you go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Break. That's it. 180. 54 miles. Gun. Check 9. Check.
On 2nd and 7. Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Black 80! Let's pick it up. It's our time. 21. Off the field. Let's get off the field. Watch it. 6'6", bullet high.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike's 59. Come on, hey, alert.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete.
It was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Two.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
13. Check. Fresno. Check 15. 12. 11. White.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
There's the part now. 21. Check. Watch 54. 21. Here we go.
To throw is Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
11.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
He's coming. 11. He's coming. Double up.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Watch out. Check Mike 54. This. Watch the pass.
Black.
Garoppolo to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Goodwin. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check 21. Switch it. Come here, switch it. Six.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. On second down, it's Coleman. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Gold with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Makes the score Niners 32, Panthers 20.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because Now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check